Hello everyone, this is Kiran Edupuganti from Rewirechannel Automation channel. In continuation to previous session, currently we are in the chapter 4. To quickly recap, this is our sorry. So this is our actual the plan for the implement for the Appium 2.x features. So chapter 1 we have covered server CLI and extension CLI and its management, and in the chapter 2 we have covered the capabilities and how we can interact with the Appium inspector and what are its details about the Appium inspector and how the driver will be activated and how the app will be installed in the emulator device and how it is being interacted with the Appium inspector that we have come across. And in the chapter 3 we focused on the strategies side, mainly focused on the Android element strategies, and we have given a overview on the iOS strategies, and then followed by the define and execute strategies, API inspector, how we can identify and how we can execute from the Appium inspector side. So these 3 chapters will cover the the new features that been introduced in the Appium 2.x. And in the implementation side, so I'm going to we have covered in the chapter 4 element operations. We are going to cover that that I will be explaining this session, and followed by the US crawlable, mobile gestures, and web context and platform specific executions. These are the core features where Appium 2.x, Appium has its own new feature. They did some modifications in the the client side, which reflected in the methods as well. So that's why I have included a part of this implementation program. Okay, so let's move forward to the chapter 4. Okay, implementation is mainly we are focusing on the what are the core methods that has changes and what are the basic methods that we can uh, implement with demo apps, so that whoever is watching the beginners, they can easily connect with this session, and they can start the scripting from their end. Okay, with that intention, I have added a few basic methods and simulations on the demo app side. Okay, let's begin with. So these are the core features that I have identified out of my experience and my study on the Appium 2.x site, so that a beginners can easily adapt, and who are having some experience on the web automation side, they can easily understand what I'm presenting over here, and whoever is having some experience in the app side, they can easily sync up with this particular information. Okay, so that they can start their own experiment in the Appium client new feature side as well. So it is morely a mix of Appium client, that is a 9.x version as on today. So it involves, it gives the latest methods that released or enhanced part of the A2 9.x client versions. Okay, so that's why I have added this into the Appium implementation program. Okay, so first, in a sequence wise, if you see element operations, So in our scripting, if you see, we start with the basic operations. So like entering the values in the text box, or selecting the values from the drop down, selecting the values from the menu. Getting the values of the particular elements, or designing the different strategies based on the the element that is embedded in the app screens. So that covers those basic things, so that it is useful to start the scripting from the day one. Okay. And when coming to the us scrollable, so there are specific methods that came across in the Appium 9.x. Might be it was available in the previous versions as well, from the 6.5 to 9, but there is a slight changes in the syntax of the methods. So I have picked those US scroll methods which are related to the swipe and scroll methods, because it is mainly focusing on what are the different strategies that we can apply for that particular method. Okay, so that you can feel so tomorrow in the your corporate assignment, if you find any real time the scenario, so that you can easily adapt this particular method, and you can deal the challenge. Okay. And coming to the mobile gestures, there is a if you see 6.5 to 9, I see there is a changes in the methods and the syntaxes. So that's why I have added drag and drop and left and right, and scroll up and down, so that it is useful whenever, because in the apps operation side, mostly 90% we are dealing with these operations in every app. So that's the reason these methods are so robust now, and we can utilize wherever needed. So that is the main thing. And when coming to the web context, so this is the regular the challenge that we come across in the corporate assignments. So that's why I have included this part. So if you say in the previous the methods of the previous versions of the Appium, I don't see any changes. Similar kind of pattern they are following, and the syntax also. But we need to understand how it is being related with the integrated with the Appium 2.x, and how it is behaving. So I did some exercise on this area, and I don't see any issues. So the simulations are same as I did the 3 years back. Same, I don't see any changes. So similar kind of operations are applied and executing well on the demo app. And coming to the platform specific actions, these are the actions that introduced part of the Appium 9.x versions. From 7.9.x versions, and tightly integrated with the Appium 2.x server as well. So I did some exercise on these areas, so that in our corporate assignments, whenever needed, we can use these methods. These are the common extensions that used in the corporate assignments. Because device information, sometimes if anyone want that information, the report, the summary report, they can use this method. App state, sometimes there is a requirement to understand whether the app is installed, or whether the app is residing in the background. Okay, that kind of definitely that kind of checks is happening manually. But if you have a number of cases, then you can start automate those cases as well. And keyboard, so there are certain operations that we need to operate with only keyboard. So those kind of operations that we can do it. And press keys, suppose you wanted to enter some values, instead of using the send keys, you may use press keys. In such case, these methods can be useful. So you have a requirement saying that you wanted to enter specifically by pressing the keyboard. In such case, we need to use manually. So that requirement can be automated using the keyword as well. So you don't need, you are not going to apply the send keys. So you're not going to apply the type. You're going to apply a method which directly operate the device key. Okay, that is an app management. Here, app management means, so generally, as on today, many of the customers are doing the installations and uninstallations and check the different variations. Might be they prefer manual, but to certain extent, at least common the scenarios that we can automate by having this particular feature. Okay, for example, suppose you have a old version is there, you wanted to see install the latest version and how the updates are automatically updated or not, and the app is launched or not with the latest version. Suppose that is the one requirement. In such case, manually what we are doing that one. But if you have in that particular pattern, you have a different scenarios. Okay, so in such case, you may take the advantage of leverage of the automation as well. So in this app management, they are given the features where we can install app automatically and then see the updates and then see the behavior, and or whatever the scenarios that you designed within this area, that can be automated using these methods as well. So that's why I have picked these are the core specific extensions that we use in general in the corporate assignments. Okay, so that's about the key features that I decoded from the Appium the client versions, which tightly integrated with the server side, so that you can feel the latest features and the key operations that we come across in the corporate assignments. Okay, so this is about the overview of the features that I'm going to cover in the element in this implementation. So I'll catch you in the next session. Thank you. Bye.